All right. Guys, welcome to tonight's Bringing Up Bates live chat right here on Facebook. Before we start, I'm going to be answering all your questions. Ask me whatever you want to talk about, and I'm going to be telling you about tonight's new episode, starting in just 15 minutes on UPtv. I hope you already have your channel set, or if you're DVRing it, that's cool too. But anyways, before we start again, this is a second addendum to the live chat. Tweet along with us during the episode if there's something that's just so exciting or cool that you have to talk about with the hashtag BringItUpBates on Twitter. We just might answer your questions there. So, anyways, on to the show. Information. A lot is happening in tonight's episode. I can't give you everything that's happening. That's why you're going to have to watch. But I will tell you, this is a unique episode. It's very different than most episodes. This is never before on TV footage of best moments from season 9. So this is new. It is not stuff that you've already seen on TV. And again, a lot of different things compiled. So the best thing we can do tonight is talk about questions. So as you can tell, I'm the only one in the live chat because I'm in Florida. And I'll tell you why here in a little bit, but a very worthy cause. So I'm down here and I'll be back in Tennessee shortly, but we can talk about whatever. Let's talk about the other people that aren't on here. Get the gossip going. No, nothing like that. All positive things. So I'm reading through your questions and I will answer them. Let's go. How is Esther doing? So that has been the big question. As most of you guys know, I've been involved in the case of a precious little girl from the Philippines named Esther Faith. I lived in the Philippines for a number of months working to facilitate a life-saving heart operation for her. And if you followed along, God has been so good, and her humanitarian parole to the USA was granted. That's a miracle in itself. So many people were involved to make that happen. Oh man, sorry, I got a call and it messed up the live chat. I hope it's still working. But a few of those amazing people who helped make this happen are Congressman Daniel Webster from Florida, where Advent Health is, Congressman Tim Burchett, Senator Marco Rubio from Florida, Nick Carter from the Backstreet Boys, and then just a host of you guys who helped raise the funds for this life-saving heart operation. So, for the update, she got here to Orlando the other day. I picked her and her mother up in LA and went straight to the hospital, got checked in and prepped for this surgery. The surgeon explained everything that was going to happen and what our goals were. Miraculously, just yesterday, she got out of surgery and the doctor said that the outcome was even more positive than they had originally expected. So a part of her heart valve that they didn't think they were going to be able to save was able to be saved, on top of the success of the rest of the total tetralogy of Fallot repair, which is the type of congenital heart defect that this little girl had and should have been fixed when she was just about 6 months old. But where she's located in the Philippines, she wasn't able to get it. And then because of those delays, she'd become inoperable there in her home country. So we're extremely grateful to the folks at Advent Health Orlando. Just a phenomenal surgical team and facility in general. They do amazing work, and one of the top pediatric cardiology facilities, really not just in the USA but in the world. So she's doing good. She's recovering right now. She's going to be in ICU for about 5 more days, and then she'll be monitored here in Florida, and soon we'll be getting her back to her father and the rest of her family and friends back in the Philippines. So if you've been praying for her situation, thank you a million times over. God is good, and he has answered our prayers to help this little girl get the life-saving care that she so desperately needed. What else is on here, guys? Ask me anything. It's just me here tonight. Hopefully none of the other folks will watch this live chat. I don't know. I'm just stumbling through it. what can we talk about? Again, if you're just tuning in, the new episode tonight is going to be action-packed because it is actually never before seen footage of Bringing Up Bates Season 9 compiled. So a lot of cool things are happening, and you're just going to have to watch to find out. So what else is there to talk about? Tons of things, guys. Ask me about anything on the show, family life. So I'm down here in Florida for a few more days, and then making sure Esther is safe and well as her mother. We were able to get her humanitarian parole as well through the U.S. government, who graciously approved that. And Sally. People are talking about Hurricane Sally. It was a Category 2 storm, I think, when it hit. Very dangerous, and flooding was a major issue with that. So I'm not able to go to that one with a response team like you would normally see us doing with the NGO that I volunteer with, Medic Corps. But our hearts are with you if you're in the affected area there in the Gulf. I think it hit into Alabama and parts of Florida, maybe Mississippi. But we're praying for you and everyone that was affected. A lot of people with power out. And that can become an issue, especially hot days and all of that. So praying for you if you're affected by Hurricane Sally. Somebody's talking about Esther is a living miracle, and that is very true, Sarah. I remember at times when I was lobbying and really pushing hard for her to get this surgery in the Philippines while I was living there, every single door seemed to close, and so many folks said, look, you did all you could, it's time to basically quit, and she's out of options. There's nothing left for her. But because so many people were praying, and I just really believe that God was in it. My light just turned off. Hang on, I'll turn it back on. We didn't quit, and because of that, here we are today looking back at a true miracle. So she is gonna recover fully and have a normal life, which is something that was literally looking impossible just a few short months ago when her O2 her oxygen saturation in her blood was in the 50s. Her cardiac function and ejection fraction was in the high 20s and low 30s, which is just unbelievable. So to see her now is nothing short of a divine miracle. Somebody from Idaho is asking for prayers because of the fires. We are praying for every single person affected by those. I have recently been in LA, and when I flew in, the whole sky was just like orange, smoke everywhere. And that's Southern Cal, not Northern California, where most of this is. Praying for every firefighter out there, putting their lives on the line to protect folks, all emergency response, law enforcement, so many people involved in trying to get those under control, and just a tough situation. So Emily says, are you going to be releasing new music? I sure am, Emily. I just released a new music video for my current single, Song for a Girl. I hope you guys like that. If you got a chance to watch it, I love to hear feedback. Leave a comment on the YouTube channel, Lawson Bates, and let me know what you thought. But I have recorded new music, so I have 12 songs recorded on a new album, and I will release the release date and the track listing, so all the song titles, here very soon. So you can find what's already out on iTunes, Amazon, basically all of your streaming services, or at lawsonbates.com. But I'm excited. I feel like this album is really I think the most me as an artist personally, from storytelling that I've ever put out. So I was able to write and co-write every single song on it, which is something I'd never done. I think on the last album, What Country Means to Me, I wrote 7 of those 12 songs. And this one, I'm on all 12 of them. So I'm excited for you guys to hear it, hear the different stories, and yeah, hear my heart on like what I'm trying to get across with these different songs and different messages. So there's a lot of mix. There's love songs. There's probably my favorite song I've ever written about My Faith is on there, and that's going to be song number 12. So when I release that track listing, you'll see which one I'm talking about. But yeah, that's the music update, and I will be posting the release date very soon, but before the end of the year, that new music will be out. Okay, what else do we want to talk about? Somebody sent a request to be in the video. The fires in Northern California are within an hour from you. I am praying for you, Cheryl. Please be safe. Pay attention to your local and national weather updates, because as you guys know, if you're in an affected area by fire, the information can change very quickly. Wind changes, all of that can put you in high risk out of nowhere. And you may have been in a zone that you thought was safe, and then all of a sudden it's not anymore. So please be careful, be safe, pay attention to the air pollution levels and stuff from all the smoke. So just be careful. Talk about Alyssa's gender reveal. How many nieces and nephews now? My sister Alyssa, they just found out they are expecting their 4th child, and they did a big gender reveal, and I was guessing that it was a boy. It's a girl, so that's 4 girls in a row, and that is pretty exciting for them. But it was a very cool, they did a live YouTube, which I'd never seen anything. I didn't even know YouTube did live, but they did a big live YouTube to announce it, and it was epic. So, and they were all surprised themselves. So 4 little girls in a row. Alyssa and John are going to have their hands full. Okay, let's see questions. Somebody said they should get back to Bible study. I'll see you next week. Okay, bye. Bible study is more important than this. But if you're not in Bible study, keep talking with me here. Ask me some questions. New episode in just 4 minutes. So I got 4 minutes left to answer whatever you got to ask. And the new episode, if you're just tuning in, is very cool. It's a mix of never before seen TV footage from season 9 compiled. So you're going to see all the action in one cool episode. How is Duke? If you don't know, this is the biggest news of my life pretty much. I got a little puppy, and his name is Duke. He is a German Shepherd. I need to tell the folks that manage this page they need to post my dog Duke here so y'all can see him. But he's on my personal social media pages. He is the cutest dog ever. He was tiny when I got him just like a month ago, and he's growing so fast, and he's tearing up everything. So there's a big learning curve with the little puppy, teaching him not to bite and chew everything, especially a German Shepherd. So, yeah, that's my big announcement of my news. He is my best buddy, and I can't wait to get back from Florida and see him again here soon, because I hope he misses me as much as I miss him. Are you going to do a concert in North Carolina soon? I have not been able to play concerts since coronavirus has started. There's just so many hoops to jump through with regulations, but I'm still taking that time to invest in other music things that I can do and get new stuff out for you, because I appreciate everybody who keeps up, and so grateful for all the folks who listen to the new music. So, soon as I can play live shows, trust me, I will, and that'll be announced on my Facebook page, Lawson Bates Official. Hey from Texas. What else? What is the favorite Bible verse? I've shared this a number of times, but my favorite Bible verse changes. But right now, it's Proverbs 3, 5, and 6. And I just feel like it applies in so many scenarios of my life. And when a new one applies more, I'll change to that one. But I have a lot of passages that I love. Proverbs 3, 5, and 6 says, "Trust in the Lord with all your heart and lean not on your own understanding. In all your ways acknowledge him, and he will direct your paths." So a lot of us are faced with different choices growing up, life, things are coming at us. But for me, I take that as when you trust God with those choices, he's going to open up the right doors that you need to walk through, and he's going to close the doors that you don't need to. And your only job is to trust, work hard, and do your best. And when it's his will, he'll make it happen. And that's kind of what happened with this whole situation with Esther Faith, the little girl that needed the heart surgery. So somebody says I should play at the Harvester in Rocky Mount, Virginia. Well, contact the people there. Tell them to send an email to info@lostandbates.com. I have a great guy that helps do all of my booking. His name is Britt, and he will make it happen if it's possible. So that's info@lostandbates.com. Your accident where you hurt your head, is that healed? It is. I did something really ridiculous a few months ago. I got on a little motorcycle, and I was just going to drive it like around somebody's driveway. And I went out on the road, and I hit a tree. Long story short, had a serious concussion. But it's healed now, and I'm fine. So I do not do anything to do with motorcycles. We are at 9 p.m. It is time for you to be tuned in to UPtv for the new episode of Bringing Up Bates. I love you guys. Thanks for bearing with just me tonight. Next week, if there's a new episode, you'll see the cool kids. I'll make sure one of them does it. But God bless you all. Stay safe wherever you're at. We love you. And I'll talk to you next time. Enjoy the show.